A successful student.
Student success.
Student success.
My definition of success.
Student success.
Success.
Student success.
Student success.
Student success.
Success.
My definition of success.
Student success means students being able to achieve what they set out to achieve here. That said, one of the things we have to do as an institution is make sure students understand what it is we do here.
I would say that a successful student is in training or has learned to be a lifelong learner. That is, that person has that spark of curiosity, that hunger for new information, and the skills to identify, search for, find, evaluate, and use the information. Something that will last that student his or her lifetime.
Student success is going to be different for each and every student on our campus, but what it is helping our students come here, achieve their dreams, expand their horizons, and go to places they never even dreamt of going when they started.
I think it would mean it would be on an individual basis for the students. Probably whatever their goals are, their plans are. It could be maybe just one class or just to improve themselves on a job that they already have. A lot of people probably come for just the 2 years to go on to a 4-year college. But I think it pretty much is on, everything is on an individual basis, whatever they plan on doing at the college.
It's when students achieve the goal that they have set out to attain, and for many students it's very individual, and sometimes it can be just a short-term goal, and I think as advisors or counselors or teachers we should be listening to their goal and helping them, guiding them towards that. Just for an example, I had a student the other day that came in and he wanted to do landscaping, and of course you kind of tuned in here to the degree and the transfer and going to UMass Amherst and Stockbridge or whatever, but I started talking about that and he said, no, I really just want to landscape and own my own business, and that was his goal, and if he achieved that at this time in his life, that's his success.
Student success is a situation in which each student achieves his or her goals to the best of his or her capacity.
I think student success is a combination of hard work, personal reward, self-satisfaction, but also an awareness that student success just doesn't happen by itself. I've come to believe that, or I've come to learn that there is a community behind us all here of very dedicated and very talented and very committed people, from the faculty and the staff, the professors, the administration, and the people in my department, facilities, who support the students. And the students need a place that they feel comfortable to have success.
When the student leaves Cape Cod Community College and takes what they learn from Cape Cod Community College, and they leave with a plan. A plan might be for continuing their education, or to immediately enter the workforce, or to enhance their job performance wherever they work. Student success is to take the tools that we give them and make the best use of these tools in the next phase of their lives. Student success is having an open, inquisitive mind, a willingness to search for answers, to look on all sides of a question, a willingness not to just follow the group, but to think for oneself.
When all is said and done, for any student, if they can feel that they received a positive educational experience, as well as a positive human experience here at Cape Cod Community College, that's success.
I think there's a lot of different nuances to the definition. I think a student is successful if they walk on campus, and that's been a real difficulty for them. So they walk on campus. I think they decide to take a class and they show up for the first class and then continuing classes, and before they know it, they've finished a course and maybe a semester. They choose to continue, and perhaps, if we're lucky, they choose to stay and successfully complete a degree or certificate. But some people may choose that their success was to come in and take a course to advance their career, to get a different job, for personal satisfaction, and if they complete that, I would consider that to be a personal success for the student as well. So I think that there has to be a multitude of definitions that constitute success, and it sort of starts with what is the student's expectation for coming here, and are we able to work with them to help them meet that particular goal that they set.
My definition of success, well, I mean, after college-wise, like going out and just having like a good job, making money, loving what you do, and just being happy and comfortable in the world, really. I mean, right now for me, I want to get a job in radio broadcasting, and I want to go out and just, you know, I want to be happy going to work and, you know, making some money, and I mean, that's I don't know, that's my, that's my take on it.
I want to be a lifelong learner, and all the goals that I've set for myself to reach those is my definition of success.
I would have to say just you putting like in all your efforts, you know, and just trying your best, and the end result is success, definitely.
If I just don't get any grade below a C, that would be all right. That would be satisfactory for me. If I could get B's and A's, that would be a whole lot better, of course. If I could make honor roll or high honors, that would be great.
Student success, I think, is really comprised of a small handful of core beliefs. Belief in oneself, belief in one's ability, and not necessarily just the acquirement of knowledge, but the ability and knowing how to learn. I think it's so much more worthy than to memorize like the encyclopedia. But if you learn how to learn, you can open up just about any book on the face of the planet in any library and learn what's inside of it in a matter of a few hours.
Basically just knowing what you want and your goals, and just go for it and just stay focused, not just let yourself go. Just keep on pushing yourself.
Success is achieving everything that you want, everything that you need, your goals, things set out for you, and also things that are necessary to your everyday life. Success is attaining everything that is important and crucial for your present and your future.
Mostly find the thing that I like most, to put my heart and soul into it and to develop myself. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking for a long time, and I cannot do. Like, I cannot find anything yet. I will, hopefully.
Having the drive to come to school, do your work, and give your best effort to whatever you're doing, whatever you're studying, knowing kind of what direction you want to go in, and being a successful student is more of a put onto the student's shoulders than the faculty's shoulders. So it's all up to the student whether you want to succeed or not.
Knowing that I'm here and knowing that I'm taking the step that I need to take after, having 2 children, after having an abusive relationship, after, having, me found my finding of the love of my life, knowing that I've taken that next step, regardless of whether or not I go any further, I know that I have achieved one level of success in taking that leap.